walk 100 miles. I'm gonna whistle all.
Hey guys, I'm Mindy from Cute Girls Hairstyles, and today I'm here with Brooklyn, and I'm wearing an honorary Brooklyn shirt just to support her, and she's wearing Audrey. So apparently we're in t-shirts with girls' names on them today. I wish her shirt said Mindy.
Mindy, and then it could be like back and forth.
That's right. So today we're going to teach you guys how to do the half loop braid back. Now it's kind of a takeoff of our loop braid, but this is a little bit different way to do it, and it doesn't include a French braid, so it's a little bit easier, and I love the way it turns out. So let's get started. Now to begin, I've parted her hair just very, very slightly off center this time because you don't want to make these two pieces too uneven. And I am going to go just above her ear, and I'm going to leave about an inch of hair down to cover her ear. It's a little more grown up looking to do this, and if you want a younger look or you're doing this on a younger child, you can certainly pull it all back so that it's completely bare over her ear, but Brooklyn would like a little left down. So I'm going to take this section right here of hair, and this is going to become our braid. And once I've got this section all pulled over, I'm going to just divide it into 3 pieces like you would a normal braid. Try to keep them as even as possible. And you're going to do 1 stitch of the braid. Now, when you start your second stitch, on this bottom piece, you're going to grab a little tiny piece off, and I'm just going to hand it to Brooklyn, but you can just drop it if you're doing it on yourself. That's fine too. And then go ahead and finish that stitch. And again, I'm going to do a 3rd stitch, and on this bottom piece, I'm going to take it and pull a little piece off and drop it, and then cross the hair over. And on this next stitch, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. So pull a little piece off the bottom, but then I'm going to go back and pick up that first piece right here. So we're feathering the braid. This is the technique called feathering we've done before in our videos. I'm going to pick up this first piece and add it back in. So I dropped some out, and then I'm going to add this back in. And I'm going to go ahead and create the next stitch. So again, when I get to this bottom piece, I'm going to drop a little bit, and then I'm going to reach back and pick up that piece. So we're pretty much going to be running the rest of this length of braid at 2 pieces down at all times. So drop some, pick one up, and add it in. So you can still see I have 2 feathers. And braid. Next piece, drop, and then add back in. Do 1 more stitch on the bottom piece right here. Make sure I get enough. Drop and add back in. Now before I do 1 more, I'm going to pause and I'm going to go back and loosen these up a little, because the farther you go along, the harder it is to get them to loosen. So I'm going to just gently pull till I like the loop size. I'm going to go back and pull this one. And you can see, like, I'm reaching underneath, and you can kind of feel where that's not attached to the braid, and so that's where I kind of reach and just give it a nice little soft tug. So pull, and I'm creating that loop effect. Okay, now I have my 2 pieces still, so I'm gonna keep going. So drop a little bit more, pick this one up, add it back in, braid it. Take some hair. She has layers in her hair, so I'm trying to pull the longer pieces like out of each little section. Like I'm trying not to use this part, that's the layer, trying to reach underneath for the little bit longer pieces of hair. And let them feather. Add that back in. Pull this out. Add it back in. And now I'm going to go back again and reach underneath and loosen these loops. And you can do this as much or as little as you want, like the tugging the loops. So you can have really, really small loops, or you can have quite large loops, depending on what your particular take on it is. Okay, so I'm probably nearly finished. So at this point, I'm going to just add these loops back in, and I'm not going to drop any pieces. So I'm going to add those in and finish off with a regular braid. Now I'm going to go back and just loosen those last couple. There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna just give this to Brooklyn to hold. If you are doing it on your own hair, you can just secure it with an elastic and it'll hold itself. And then I'm gonna go over and repeat the same thing on the opposite side.
All the while, if that's what it takes to make me smile, I'm gonna walk 100 miles. I'm gonna run right up this hill.
Okay, and when you have both sides all finished, so they look amazing, then you're just going to secure them with an elastic. Now I like mine to hang really loose and low, so they sit really long on her hair like this. So I'm just gonna use an elastic that's similar to the color of her hair. And then you may need to just retweak a couple of these little loops if the elastic tightened them down a little. And you are finished. And do you love Brooklyn's new hair color? She loves it so much. First time she's ever colored her hair, and she was really nervous, but it turned out really pretty.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, here's the final spin. Do 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 do. I love it. I added a little lace bow just to add a little pop of accessory on there. So pretty. And it's all finished. Now, if you guys are not already subscribed to Brooklyn and Bailey's channel, you are going to be very, very sad this month because we've been working on pre-filming their videos, and they are some of my very favorites we've done in a while. They're doing their back to school series starting this Wednesday, and we're starting it off with back to school fashion. And I must say that their outfits, I think, some of my favorites.
So cute.
Ever.
I love them.
Truly.
Yes.
Like, there's one in particular, Brooklyn, I'm gonna wear it. It's my
She told
outfit
me
now
that.
that she's going to borrow.
She told me that.
Yeah. Anyway, you can subscribe to their channel by clicking
Above or below in the description box.
So make sure you subscribe to Brooklyn and Bailey so you can watch all of their fun back to school stuff. And we will see you guys next Sunday. Bye guys.
Bye.
My open hands, and maybe I'm just a little girl with great big plans.
Before I do that, I'm going to come up to the top and I'm just going to slice off a little tiny piece of hair and throw it back over the other side. And I'm going to tease her hair just a little bit.
A little girl with great big plans.
Hey kids, I'm single.